Not every airplane that looks affordable is truly a bargain. Behind the promise of low prices often lie hidden issues, design compromises, and costly surprises that catch owners off guard. Some machines gained reputations for beauty and accessibility, yet ended up being remembered for their flaws. Let's dive deep into the question, why are these cheap aircraft so problematic and risky? Cessna introduced 177 Cardinal in 1968 as modern replacement for successful 172, featuring cantilever wing design and improved visibility. The company invested heavily in development, expecting to revolutionize single-engine market with advanced engineering and contemporary styling approaches. What seemed futuristic at first quickly raised doubts when pilots uncovered flaws hidden behind elegant lines. Initial reception proved lukewarm as performance failed meeting expectations established by marketing promises. Cruise speeds remained modest, while stability characteristics differed from proven Cessna handling qualities pilots expected. Many operators preferred familiar 172 over innovative but compromised replacement. Early models carried only 150 horsepower, creating serious concerns for climb performance and runway requirements in real operations. Lycoming O320 engine with 150 horsepower provided reliable operation but insufficient power for airframe weight and drag penalties. Climb rates disappointed, while useful loads failed, competing effectively with established alternatives, offering superior capability at comparable pricing levels. Pilots discovered the aircraft demanded discipline beyond what buyers of a trainer expected, raising questions about its true purpose in daily flying. Current pricing begins at around $79,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, but cannot overcome market resistance to aircraft that failed replacing beloved predecessor. Cardinal represents rare Cessna miscalculation, proving innovation must deliver tangible benefits over proven designs. Despite attractive engineering promises, the aircraft exposed pilots to compromises that diminished confidence, paving way for another example of beauty masking costly limitations. French manufacturer Socata introduced the TB9 Tampico during early 90s, targeting international training markets with European refinement and modern design. Sleek lines and comfortable cabin contrasted sharply with utilitarian American competitors. Marketing emphasized sophisticated engineering and superior comfort in four-place configuration, but performance never matched the promises made at launch. Performance immediately drew criticism with cruise speeds below category averages and disappointing range figures. Long-distance travel required extensive planning, while fuel consumption remained high relative to capabilities delivered. Comparisons with Cessna and Piper products consistently favored established American manufacturers. Buyers discovered that style and comfort could not compensate for efficiency gaps critical in training fleets. The Lycoming O320 engine with 160 horsepower provided familiar reliability but could not overcome airframe limitations. Predictable performance lacked excitement, while maintenance support outside Europe created challenges. Parts availability issues increased operating costs significantly in markets dominated by American aircraft. For schools seeking durability and cost savings, the Tampico became a liability. Current pricing starts at around $69,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, reflecting limited market appeal despite attractive appearance and comfortable accommodations. European heritage turns into a drawback when practical considerations dominate purchasing decisions. This disappointment in expectations prepared the way for another aircraft, marketed as refined but ultimately plagued by equally costly compromises. Rockwell introduced the Commander 112B in 1977, targeting pilots seeking luxury appointments in four-place package. Elegant lines and spacious cabin promised sophistication exceeding utilitarian competitors while maintaining reasonable operating costs. Premium materials and careful attention to detail created strong first impressions, but the promise of refinement quickly met the reality of disappointing numbers. Performance fell short of expectations, with cruise speeds trailing direct competitors, while fuel consumption exceeded what many considered reasonable. A heavier airframe limited climb rates and demanded longer runways, restricting flexibility compared to lighter rivals. Pilots who believed the luxurious cabin would be paired with strong performance soon discovered that flying required trade-offs unacceptable for training or economic operation. The Lycoming IO360, engine producing 200 horsepower, seemed adequate on paper but proved underpowered once matched with the weight of the Commander. Owners reported frustration with sluggish takeoff and compromised climb, especially from shorter strips. Maintenance further complicated matters, as complexity exceeded that of similar-priced aircraft, raising questions about whether style outweighed real-world practicality. Current pricing begins at around 55,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, reflecting market skepticism about value. Attractive appointments could not disguise core weaknesses, leaving many buyers cautious. The aircraft highlighted how image often overpowered substance, setting the stage for another model that sought to impress schools and owners but ended up revealing equally problematic flaws. Beechcraft launched the Skipper in 1980, attempting to capture training market share with two-place aircraft, featuring modern design and company quality reputation. Low-wing configuration and comfortable cabin targeted schools, seeking alternatives to established trainers while maintaining operational economy. Expectations were high, yet schools soon discovered the aircraft lacked the qualities that define long-lasting success. Flight characteristics revealed limitations, including slow climb rates and restricted useful loads when properly equipped. Performance lagged behind proven competitors, while operating costs failed to justify selection over established alternatives. Instructors found the aircraft adequate but uninspiring for training, noting that handling lacked the crispness demanded in demanding environments where predictability mattered most. The Lycoming O-235, engine producing 115 horsepower, provided reliable operation but insufficient performance for training demands. Hot weather and high-altitude airports exposed its weakness, with extended takeoff rolls and marginal climb capability. For an airplane designed to win over flight schools, these shortcomings became central reasons many operators abandoned the type in favor of more consistent performers. Production ended quickly as market rejected compromised capabilities despite Beechcraft reputation. Current pricing starts at about 57,500 United States dollars, depending on model and year, but ownership costs and limited support kept interest minimal. This model became a reminder that even respected manufacturers can miscalculate needs, setting the tone for another aircraft that began as a promising idea, yet proved costly in operation. Piper introduced the Cherokee PA-28 in 1960 as affordable alternative to Cessna dominance, initially showing promise with low-wing design and competitive pricing. Four-place configuration and robust construction attracted buyers seeking reliable transportation. Early sales proved strong, yet pilots soon noticed that performance compromises turned enthusiasm into cautious acceptance. The Lycoming O-320, engine with 150 horsepower, provided adequate power but never impressed compared to high-wing competitors. Cruise speeds around 120 knots satisfied basic requirements, but left efficiency seekers disappointed. Range restrictions forced detailed planning, and pilots often considered operations too limited for long journeys, especially when carrying full passenger loads. Structural aging became a growing concern as corrosion issues surfaced in humid environments. Maintenance costs rose steadily as airframes passed decades of service, eroding the original advantage of lower pricing. Schools and private operators discovered the investment demanded more than expected, creating situations where purchasing newer models offered better reliability even at higher initial expense. Current pricing begins at about 50,000 United States dollars depending on model and year, reflecting a fleet that is still numerous but no longer as attractive. The Cherokee remained a reminder that affordable entry into aviation often concealed long-term expenses and compromises. This reality of mounting costs and diminishing capability opened the path to another aircraft that promised speed and efficiency but carried its own hidden burdens. Mooney launched the M20C in the mid-1960s, promising speed and efficiency in a sleek package with signature tail design and aerodynamic fuselage. Marketing highlighted superior cruise performance with economic operation, drawing pilots eager to save time. The promise of unmatched velocity attracted attention, but operating this aircraft required precision beyond what casual aviators expected. Performance matched the advertising, with cruise reaching 140 knots, faster than most direct competitors. Yet these gains came at a cost. Ground handling required care, and approaches demanded accuracy with tight margins for error. Less experienced pilots often found themselves overwhelmed, making proficiency a necessity rather than an option, a reality that limited the broader appeal of the aircraft. The Lycoming O-360, engine producing 180 horsepower, delivered speed, but brought increased maintenance demands compared to simpler power plants. Tight cabin space reduced comfort on longer flights, making the aircraft less practical for families. Operating expenses grew as inspections and upkeep required greater investment, eroding the sense of savings once promised by its efficient cruise performance. Market pricing begins at about 74,999 United States dollars, depending on model and year, reflecting mixed buyer sentiment. The Mooney achieved impressive speed but demanded skill and resources that many owners underestimated. This balance of efficiency and burden left a reputation both admired and feared, preparing the way for another aircraft that looked affordable, yet carried dangerous surprises in everyday flying. The Grumman American AA-1 Yankee launched in 1969, promising to challenge Cessna dominance with sporty looks and affordable pricing. Its low-wing design and sharp styling attracted attention at shows and on ramps. Marketing pushed modern appearance and low entry cost. But training schools quickly discovered the aircraft lacked forgiving handling, undermining its future in the instructional market. Flight instructors found stall behavior dangerous for students, with sharp wing drops occurring without warning. Unlike competitors that provided clear cues, the Yankee snapped into rolls that overwhelmed novice pilots. This reputation spread fast, and liability concerns kept schools away. Early accidents highlighted that the aircraft, while attractive on the ramp, demanded experience rather than offering the safe, docile qualities expected in a trainer. The Lycoming O235, engine with 115 horsepower, provided reasonable thrust, but not enough to redeem the aircraft's shortcomings. Fuel consumption felt high for its weight, and payload was limited. Maintenance added more frustration, as costs were steeper than other trainers in the same category. Buyers expecting economical operation discovered that the bargain often turned into an expensive disappointment. Current market pricing begins at about 37,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, but buyer interest remains minimal. Insurance premiums reflect the type's reputation, while resale values stay weak. For many, this model symbolizes how striking looks cannot compensate for poor design choices, leading pilots to favor alternatives that may cost more initially but deliver confidence and safety in return. Post-war enthusiasm created demand for affordable aircraft, leading Aeronca to introduce the 7AC Champ as every man's path to aircraft ownership. Thousands of veterans returned to flying with this simple tail dragger, drawn by its low cost and basic construction. Early popularity made it common at small airfields. Yet decades later, its shortcomings in speed and endurance proved impossible to ignore in modern operations. The Continental A65-8 engine produced only 65 horsepower, pushing the Champ to cruise speeds just above 80 miles per hour. Pilots, accustomed to higher performance machines, found this pace frustrating. Limited fuel capacity forced frequent stops, and the practical range remained poor. Designed for clear weather fun, the aircraft became unsuitable when measured against evolving expectations of utility and reliability. 7-decade-old airframes now demand constant inspections. Fabric covering and wooden spars require specialized maintenance, with many parts hand-fabricated at significant cost. Scarce availability of components drives expenses higher than buyers anticipate. What once seemed an affordable purchase turns into a financial burden, draining owners who expected a simple classic, and instead faced the reality of preserving fragile historic machines. Market pricing starts at around 23,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, but the real cost lies far beyond the purchase. Fuel, insurance, and continuous maintenance strip away the illusion of economy. The Aeronca Champ remains cherished by collectors for nostalgia, but abandoned by many modern pilots seeking practicality, opening the way for another post-war design that promised innovation but left pilots questioning its true value. ERCO Engineering launched the 415C Ercoupe in 1946, promoting revolutionary safety through spin-proof design and simplified controls. Marketing claimed even automobile drivers could safely fly this unusual airplane. Absence of rudder pedals and tricycle landing gear were advertised as breakthroughs, but what looked like a bold step forward became a liability when true pilot training was considered. Initial enthusiasm surrounded its spin resistance and simple handling, but limits surfaced quickly. Cruise performance stayed near 90 knots, with range just over 400 nautical miles, inadequate for pilots seeking real versatility. Instructors criticized the missing rudder pedals, arguing students failed to learn critical coordination skills. Flight schools refused to adopt it seriously, undermining its purpose as a practical trainer. The Continental C-85, engine producing 85 horsepower, fit the light airframe but lacked durability for rough use. Pilots learned that hard landings stressed the fragile gear and structure, creating costly repairs. Though marketed as safer, its limitations reduced training value, and the aircraft became more of a curiosity than a reliable tool. For many, it represented a clever idea that missed the needs of real-world aviation. Market pricing begins at around 27,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, keeping demand modest. Maintenance complexity and limited performance prevent it from being more than a niche collector's piece. The Ercoupe stands as an example of innovation failing to align with operational reality, setting the stage for another aircraft that carried the Beechcraft name, yet disappointed those expecting more substance. Beechcraft introduced the Musketeer in 1963 during the boom of general aviation, aiming to compete directly with the dominant Cessna 172. Expectations were high given the brand's reputation for quality and innovation. Four-place capacity and modern styling looked promising, yet despite these advantages, pilots soon realized the aircraft lacked the strengths needed to succeed in a crowded training and touring market. The Lycoming O320, engine with 150 horsepower, provided steady power but failed to deliver an edge over rivals. Cruise speeds and range lagged behind direct competitors, while fuel consumption remained higher than expected. Owners expressed frustration at paying more for a Beechcraft name without receiving measurable improvements in performance, making its place in the market difficult to justify. Handling characteristics offered stability but little excitement, leading many pilots to consider it uninspiring. While the cabin was comfortable and offered adequate space, the overall package failed to match expectations of efficiency and capability. For training schools and private buyers, alternatives delivered more value at lower costs, and enthusiasm for the Musketeer faded despite its respectable pedigree. Parts availability became a recurring challenge once production ended, with specialized components commanding higher prices. Maintenance costs increased beyond what operators of similar aircraft faced, making ownership less attractive. Current pricing begins at around $43,000 United States dollars, depending on model and year, but even this low entry point cannot overshadow its long-standing reputation as an expensive and underwhelming choice. This journey revealed how affordability can mask deeper flaws. Some machines offered promises they could never fulfill, leaving owners frustrated and pilots uneasy. Would you risk your safety for a bargain? Hit like if these stories surprised you. Have you subscribed yet to catch more? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share with your aviation friends, and don't miss out. Watch the videos appearing here on screen, and continue with these aircraft that fascinate the world of aviation. Bye-bye.